Hello, good people. Eric here, and I just got out of the TV chair to come and sit in the review chair. I am going to be giving a review on Squid Game. This will be a spoiler free review, and I do believe I'll make another video with spoilers where I can actually talk about some of the stuff that happens later on and maybe make it a little bit longer. But Squid Game on Netflix, South Korean psychological thriller drama horror, survival game. That's what I'm missing. Survival game. Um, First impressions, real quick, just right off the bat. Loved it. It was so good. If anyone has seen Alice in Borderland, it is very, 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 very comparable with like the survival game aspect, blood and gore to the max, psychological heartache, warfare, just an emotional dive. Some of these episodes just really tugged, tugged right here, man, tugged right here, tugged. That one was tough. So it's a role. It's got a lot of emotions in it. Truly, it really does. Um, so without spoiling anything, a a huge cast of characters get together to play a bunch of child games for a prize. I should say that being South Korean, it is Korean dialect or the Korean language, so you would have to either watch dub or subtitles. I watched it in sub, so from that perspective, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, I had no problems. I did read. I did do a little bit of research to begin with, just like IMDb. Checked the ratings, looked over a couple reviews, and I think there was a couple like so. It didn't really none of them really ruined anything for me. There was a couple like lower end reviews that said that there are some characters that start with a V later on down the road that really took them out of the series and just absolutely kind of ruined parts of it. For me, um, so reading that, I kind of waited for it and, was waiting for these people to show up or whatever. And it happened and it never, honestly, it wasn't a huge deal to me. I didn't really like focus on it too much. There was some. I mean, it kind of made sense. There's some areas I could critique. I might do that in the later video, but for this I won't. So, if you do happen to read like a review about those characters, from my point of view, negligible. Didn't I mean really? They were just it kind of expanded the universe of our show. So yeah, really, I mean, I could probably end it there, trying to be spoiler free. More of honestly a recommendation at this point. Like, I loved it. It's I mean up there with Alice in Borderland. The characters, for the most part, are enjoyable. You learn a lot about a lot of characters and just the depths of them and the lengths they're willing to go for what's happened to them in the past and where they want to be. And you see these friendships and rivalries formed throughout the series. And really, honestly, by episode 9, it's like I watched it in 2 days. Last night and then tonight, yeah, it's 2 days, and I just before I knew it, I'm done, and I cannot wait. I hope there is going to be more. Um, it could end where I mean, really, truthfully, if Netflix cancels it, I could deal with that. Really, I could. I'd like it to continue, but this is probably one of the few series where I could be like, okay, fine, fair, but South Korea, man, you guys are doing good. You guys are putting out some real bangers. Squid Game was it wasn't. I mean, it was good. The preface, all the games that were played were enjoy like were really just had that little bit of a spin on it to make it a thriller, a horror thriller. And I don't say like horror as in scary because I can't do that. I can't do scary. Not I cannot. I'll have nightmares. I'll be seeing stuff. No dice. So from someone who like got scared of an episode in X Files for, and I'd go outside and I'd see something every time in the morning. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So from that perspective, this is not scary or a horror, a blood horror, maybe gore horror. There is a lot of that. There is a lot. There is some messed up parts for sure. I mean, they don't take it as far as I mean, they take like anything with a knife, all that stuff. There's nothing like absolutely horrendous in terms of some of the bad things you could think of, but blood, gore, getting cut up, um, shot. I mean, really anything like that, it's probably in there. So, really, honestly, I can't think of anything else to say. I mean, the games were so the plot was good. It was fast paced action. There was always something unfolding, always characters always doing something, learning about new characters, just the past of characters. I will say, let's see, towards the end of this, I will say that I mentioned the V negative. I will mention in the beginning, our main character was a little off-putting and was a kind of a crybaby. And that was a little difficult to get used to. I'm not gonna tell, and so I'll leave it there. I'm like, you'll have to watch the spoiler video if to me to ruin that if I had to say anything on him or what happens to him. But other than those two negatives, really the rest of that really it was a just a well put together cast of characters who were intriguing and utterly annoying, and you wanted them to die, and then you wanted some of them to live, and it's good. I'll leave that spoiler free review at that, lest I go on and spoil something. Hopefully not. Oh, oh man, my mic was in the wrong place. I hope that was audible. So yeah, head over to the spoiler free review or the spoiler review, or take a chance right now and see what it's about. It doesn't the even I mean the images don't. You just gotta watch the first episode. Take that chance like the people in that show are taking the chance, and it might be rewarding for you or it might not. Till I see you again.